What's up, guys? Jacob Ober here. Welcome to another episode of BuckTalk, and in this episode we'll be discussing last night's victory over the Chicago Bulls. 123-104 was the final score. Jabari Parker for the Chicago Bulls led all Bulls with 21 points on 9 of 19 shooting. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Eric Bledsoe led the way with 25 points, and him, Middleton, and Giannis Antetokounmpo combined for 71 points on the night. So this game did not start out very well for the Bucks. The Bulls jumped out to an early lead, a lead that they increased to 22 at one point in the first half. They led at the end of the first half by 18 points, but in the second half, the Bucks turned it into another gear. They scored 46 in the third quarter compared to the Bulls' 17, and ended up winning this one by a final score of 123-104 by 19 points. So they pretty much flipped the script on the Chicago Bulls. They played an excellent second half. I was a little bit concerned about the sluggishness that I saw in the first half. There was a lot of like kind of discombobulated things going on offense. Like no one really knew what they were doing. They weren't really running the offense the way we are accustomed to seeing them run the offense this year. And on defense, the Bulls were just kept hitting shots. I mean, I think Justin Holiday was 6 for 6 on threes, and he was hitting some pretty tough shots. So was Jabari Parker. But the Bucks were able to get it back together and ended up winning this one in a blowout like we all expected. So in the end, it didn't really matter that much the first half, but it was a little bit concerning to see that. The Bucks have started some games pretty slowly over the past week or so. So hopefully that'll be addressed and cleaned up, because we're not going to be able to start really slow against good teams like that. Like if we have to play the Celtics again, or the Raptors, or the Sixers, that's not going to fly against those teams. We have to get out to good starts, and I hope that Coach Budenholzer makes that a point of emphasis in the practices coming up. Next up for the Bucks is the Denver Nuggets at home this coming Monday. There has not been a line set for it yet, but the ESPN matchup predictor has the Bucks at a 71% chance to win the game. The Denver Nuggets come in with a 10-5 record. The Bucks, with the win last night, improve to 11-4. The Bulls would fall to 4-12 with the loss. This upcoming game, the Nuggets have kind of been in a slide for the past week or so. I think they've lost 3 in a row now, but they are nonetheless a very, very good team, and they are going to present another challenge for the Bucks. They did beat the Bucks did beat the Nuggets in the past week, 121-114. It was a really close game, one that the Bucks were able to come back in the fourth quarter and end up winning on the road in Denver. That was a huge win for the Bucks. Now they're going to get Denver at home, and like I said, the ESPN matchup predictor really likes the Bucks in this one, 71% to 29%. So that's going to be a really fun game to watch. Probably going to be another high-scoring one. I believe it's going to be the debut of the Bucks City uniforms that they just changed this year. I don't know how I feel about them. I'm sure you guys have seen the images of those uniforms, but I don't really know. I have to see what they look like on the court. Initial reaction to me was, man, is this supposed to be an accurate representation of the Mecca court? Because if it is, I mean, it doesn't really look that good. There were some other concept designs that looked a lot better than it. But we'll have to see what they look like on the court. I will not judge a uniform until I actually see a team play in it. Of course, uniforms don't really matter to me as long as the team is actually playing really well. They could play in garbage bags for all I care, as long as they win games. But yeah, the next game for the Bucks going to be a big one. Going to be an entertaining one, I hope. I think they only play the Nuggets twice this year since they're a Western Conference team, so they have already played the one on the road. So this will be the final matchup for the Bucks against the Nuggets, unless of course they meet in the NBA Finals somehow, which would be a very interesting matchup, and one that would not be out of the question for the next few years once the Warriors start to decline a little bit, I would hope. The Denver Nuggets certainly are a team on the rise, certainly a team that will be a force in the Western Conference for years to come. I believe they are the youngest team in the entire NBA, and yet they're this good. They were very good last year as well. So they have that big star Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray as well. So that is going to be a team to watch in the next few years, and this year as well. They are 10-5, the Bucks 11-4. Two young teams going to be matching up on Monday. Can't wait to see that one, and I'll have my reactions to it in Buck Talk episode 7 after that one is over. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, go Bucks.